The fun of All-Star Weekend is over, so it's time for us to start focusing back in on what will matter to each NBA team down the stretch. Specifically, we're curious to see how this year's class of rookies responds to the grind that is the regular season. A lot of first-year players will get the opportunity to play relatively carefree basketball over the next few months. Teams eliminated from serious postseason consideration will start to tank, and giving rookies big minutes is a great way to enact that strategy. Even so, some players on bad teams will be under pressure to show they can be stars moving forward. At the other end of the spectrum, rookies who are firmly entrenched in contenders' rotations are going to face a lot of scrutiny. These players can't afford to hit any sort of rookie wall. They need to play their best basketball when the playoffs arrive. Without delay, let's take a look at the 5 guys facing the most pressure after the All-Star break. We start with a guy who needs to help keep his team in the playoff mix. 5. Miles Bridges. If the regular season ended today, the 27-30 Hornets would sneak into the Eastern Conference playoffs as the 7th seed. Clearly, Michael Jordan would like to see his Hornets move up the standings. Bridges is one of the only guys on the roster who really has much upside. No one expects him to morph into a star down this stretch, but if he can play like a solid starter, it would really help take some pressure off of Kemba Walker. Specifically, Bridges needs to find a way to make some shots to open up the floor for his teammates. His current effective field goal percentage of just over 50 isn't going to cut it. In a perfect world, he'd start taking and making a few more threes down the stretch, but getting to the foul line at a higher clip would suffice. Page 2. Use your arrows to browse Indianapolis. In February 9, Aaron Holiday. Note to user: user expressly acknowledges and agrees that, by downloading and/or using this photograph, user is consenting to the terms and conditions of the Getty Images license agreement. Photo by Michael Hickey, Getty Images. As soon as Victor Oladipo suffered a season-ending injury, the expectations for Holiday increased. He's not supposed to be the Pacers' no. One option, but he needs to give them instant bursts of offense off the bench if they're going to make any kind of postseason run. That's probably Holiday's ceiling in the NBA. His lack of size and elite playmaking skills will make it difficult for him to ever be a starter on a good team. Fortunately, that's not what Indiana needs out of their first-round draft pick. Holiday's shown flashes of real quality this year, but he's still only playing 11.8 minutes per night on the campaign. His run has increased after the Oladipo injury, but he hasn't done a good job of maximizing his opportunity. Remember, the Pacers would be the no. 3 seed in the Eastern Conference if the playoffs began today. If they really want to hold off the likes of Boston and Philadelphia for that spot, they're going to need everyone to play better basketball. Holiday can do that by shooting better than 29.5% from 3. He needs to be instant offense. Next 3. Jaren Jackson Jr. Use your arrows to browse